What's going on, true believers? Chris Mack coming at you with an excellent action figure review set. Today we are going over the McFarlane DC Multiverse Suicide Squad Collect to Build King Shark Wave. We have Harley Quinn, Polkadot Man, Bloodsport, and Peacemaker. And I gotta say, these were kind of a pain in the butt to find. I had to go online and I found these two on Dorkside Toys. And I had these two pre-ordered from Dorkside Toys as well, but it took forever. But thankfully, my local comic shop had these two in stock, and I was like, yes. So speaking of, if you guys want to pick up this wave, please, first and foremost, check with your local comic shop and see if they've got it in. If not, then you can pre-order them both on Dorkside and Big Bad Toys. So with that said, let's go ahead and start looking at the packaging on these figures. We'll go ahead and start with Harley. So as you can see here, she comes with the torso of King Shark, DC Multiverse. You can see the trading card, McFarlane, 22 points of articulation, window, the trading card, and then the figures from the wave, so I'll get a close-up on that so you can check that at your convenience. Come around this way. I love that they put the Suicide Squad there on the top, and it lets you know which Harley Quinn this is. Same thing on the top, that's awesome. We'll go to Polkadot Man. Same things there. Window. Very cool rendition of the actor. I'll get a close-up of the figures at your convenience. Come back around this way. Same thing, Suicide Squad, Polkadot Man. I like they put it both on the side and on the top. That's awesome. Now let's do Peacemaker. So he looks fancy. You can see the card there. King Shark there. Suicide Squad on the top. Window. Cool product shot of John Cena. Figure, so I'll get a close-up of that for your convenience as well. Come out to the side, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker. Very cool stuff there. And then we do Bloodsport, and that helmet looks so awesome. I can't wait to get into it. Suicide Squad on the top, McFarlane, window. Cool shot of Idris Elba. I'll get a close-up of the trading card so you can see it at your convenience. Come around to the side. Love that you make sure you know which ones you're getting. Come back around to the front. So these are all the figures in the wave, and they just look so flipping cool. And that King Shark is just like, you know, the piece of de resistance. I haven't had enough coffee, so feel free to make fun of me at your convenience. But I'm excited for this wave. So let's go ahead and crack all these open and get a closer look at them. And here's the Suicide Squad out of the packaging. And when you get them out and you start posing them, I actually do enjoy these figures. Like when you look at them in the box, it's kind of, it is what it is. But overall, they look really nice and really movie accurate. There is one of these figures on this stand that does already chap my ass and drive me up the wall and frost me. Which one am I talking about? Let's get it off the stand and take a closer look. So since there's a lot of figures that we're going over, super quick background. The first appearance of Peacemaker was Fightin' 5 number 40 from 1966. First Harley Quinn was Batman Adventures number 12 from September of 1993. Polkadot Man was Detective Comics number 300 from February 1962. And Bloodsport was Superman number 4 from April 1987. So with that said, let's dive into the accessories that these characters come with. So we'll kind of just go down the row. One thing about the Suicide Squad set that really irks my gurk is right around the time this set came out was when they started doing that stupid firearm ban from McFarlane, or at least DC Comics did. And so that's why, even though Peacemaker did have this kick-ass sword in the movie, we don't get his huge ass, 45 or whatever it is that he's firing. So I may more than likely be picking up that munitions pack from McFarlane. I don't know yet. I mean, I have a lot of figures before that, but we'll see. The sword in and of itself, just talking about this, the blade's really nice. Very great shimmer in the silver. Love the black on the handle or the hilt. The little peg there at the end looks good. I like that when all his weapons, like they talk about from the movie, that has to have the Dove of Peace, which, you know, the character in and of itself is such an oxymoron. But yeah, that's what Peacemaker comes with. And then to get it out of the way, each character does come with the mandatory, or should I say standard, DC foot peg, what is this thing called? Stand. There it is. So at least, you know, all your figures can stand on a shelf. Harley. She has, what was that guy's name? Javelin. She has his Javelin. The gold is great. The indentions on this thing, like, surprisingly, relatively good detailed. I mean, look at that. Handle looks great. And it looks otherworldly. I mean, look at all those little indentions right there. That looks so flippin' sexy. Good stuff all around on the Javelin. Now, moving on to Polkadot Man. He does come with an extra arm bracer. Why, I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. Because speaking of which, with this, you're able to, because he comes with his polka dot effects, which I hate to say it, but the figure with the colors, every time I see this, instead of seeing Polkadot Man, I wanna say, oh god, why is it when I start recording I forget? The Wonder Bread Man is what I want to call him. Yes, those are the exact same colors from the Wonder Bread at the store, and the uniform just doesn't help. But anyway, this is his polka dot effect, which is cool, and the effect does go over his bracer, so God only knows why they gave us an extra one. But, you know, extra accessories, whatever they can give us, is always cool. I kind of wish that they would have done something with the clear plastic to make it look more like, I don't know, flary. I don't know what they could have done. Maybe some light pink or purple effect on it. I don't know. But overall, it looks good. At least it fits on his arm without having to fight it. The last thing Polkadot Man does come with is his glasses, which he can look out of, as you can kind of see there. And they fit on his head relatively well. So I'm thankful for that. And just like with Peacemaker, Polkadot Man does come with a trading card, so I'll give the front and back of both of them right now, so you can check those out at your convenience. And the same with Harley and Bloodsport. Speaking of Bloodsport, the next thing that Bloodsport comes with are these katanas, and not a lot to them, but I think they look nice. The one thing that was okay, we're not going to get guns, whatever. But with Peacemaker and Bloodsport, they both come with swords. No weapon storage! Come on! You know, throw us a freaking bone if you're not going to give us munitions. At least give us storage for the weapons that you do give us, but whatever. I think it would have been, I know this isn't in the movie, because in the movie they were nanotech. You know, they kind of Iron Man style. But it'd been kind of neat if you could connect these together and then put them in a sheath. But, yeah, whatever. They look good. Shimmer, gold, looks great. Now, with that said, let's talk about the paint apps. Now, for the Peacemaker figure, they did a really good job of making sure that they got the blue eyes going there on Christopher, is his name? I forget his real name. I watched Peacemaker and it's just drawn a blank. But the blue eyes look good, especially up under the mask. The mask in and of itself is awesome. I love that silver reflectiveness. Just looks good in all the detail lines here. Awesome stuff all around. Shoulder pads look good. And then it's kind of a soft, I guess that'd be plastic, whatever. But you can kind of hear that shh, shh, shh. The Dove of Peace looks good. Blue looks good. Shoulder thingies look good. And then I like that you can actually see the fabric detail on the shirt. Skin tone looks like John Cena, which I'm not going to make an invisible joke, so don't ask me. Blue gloves look good. Blue belt looks good. Pants, even though, you know, his outfit was relatively simplistic, it works. I like that you actually can see some rigidness, like he's been in battle. Black military boots look awesome. So yeah, Peacemaker, overall, in terms of paint apps, look good. Articulation-wise, be careful, and as I always say, warm up your figures, because when he rotates from here, and it's basically just a joint, and I popped him right off, and I was like, oh god, no! But because he was warm enough, I was able to plug him back in together, so thank God McFarlane's thinking of the regular figures kind of being like Build-A-Figures. Now, head can go down that much, head can go up that much, twist that way, and you get a good range that way, so you can do what you want to do in that regards. Arms 360, up that way, double jointed arms. Now, I do hate the ball joints, but I am thankful, however, that they're hidden under the glove for the most part, so you can't really tell. You can spin, up, down. Good stuff there. As I just said, he does twist at the waist. Same here. He doesn't really have an ab crunch there. It's all from here. So be careful, because if you go too far, he's going to pop off, and you can kind of see how the shirt comes up, and it's real frustrating in that regard. He can go all the way back that much. Kick out that far. Dang, I warmed this guy up, and he's still stiff. Double jointed knees. Foot go up. Foot go down. Foot pivot. Legs go out that far. And he does have a slight thigh thingamajigger, whatever that thing's called. I forget off the top of my head. I haven't had enough coffee today, folks. So that's Peacemaker in a nutshell. Let's move on to Ms. Quinn. Paint app-wise, she kind of looks like Margot Robbie. Sort of. I don't know. I like the way that they did her hair red and black. Looks good. I wasn't a real big fan of Harley being tatted up so much, but at least on the figure, they're relatively detailed. The one on the arm looks a little weird, and then I swear that looks like Squidward. But of course, Daddy's Monster. And then the heart on her cheek. The blue eyes on Ms. Quinzel looks good. Red lipstick looks good. Blonde hair looks good. Skin tone looks great. The red all around looks awesome. Combat boots look good. Her tattoos do finish saying what they're going to say all the way up the leg, if you want to read them, you know, whatever. Now, as you can see, the dress, this is from when she was with the, I can't remember the guy's name, but the big cheese from the island that they go to. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie. But anyway, paint apps overall look good. I will say that I hate that they decided to give her the ball joints here. This is definitely where Hasbro has McFarlane beat, where you can plug in the hands. And at least on the Hasbro figures, they look a little more natural, as where this, it looks like she has chubby wrists. Like, she looks like the Michelin Man, the way that those kind of puff out. And those have got to go. Like, seriously, take a page from Hasbro's and how they do hands. It looks a lot, well, I guess you could say a little more natural. Whatever. So there's that. Articulation-wise, head can go down that much. Head can go up that much. Spin. Spin. Great range there. Arm goes 360. That way. That way. Double jointed elbows. Nasty wrist ball joints, but you can go up, down, spin all around. Now, the same thing like with Peacemaker, she does pivot from the hip. Now, be damn careful, because she pops off like Peacemaker does. But the thing is this dress is one piece. So if she pops off, you have to kind of feel your way and then make sure you ka-chunk, get her back together. So yeah, she can go down. And then because this is one piece, it's hard to get her to go down that much. That much. But yeah, Harley, I think in terms of articulation, is probably the one I hate the most, because of the way she pops off her peg out on her waist. It just, ugh. And then the dress being one piece really hinders you. So you can get her leg up that much. Double jointed knee. Now on this side, her leg can go a little bit further back, but it's like with the butt flap on the Hasbro figures, you are stuck in it. It's frustrating if you want to make her sit down or something like that. That's as far as you're going to get in. Damn it. She does have a little bit of a thigh swivel. That's what I was looking for a minute ago. Foot go down, foot go up. And then just like with Peacemaker, she does have the toe pivot, which I forgot to show on Christopher, but it's the same thing. So that's Ms. Quinzel. In a nutshell, let's move on to Polkadot Man and how much you want to bet Harley's going to fall. Oh, look at that. She actually stood up. I am proud of her. Now this figure, I'd probably have to say out of all four, are my favorite. One thing, let's kind of take a second here and a little side anecdote. So all these figures build King Shark. Awesome. But what pisses me off is the fact that they left Ratcatcher out of the team. I thought that was probably the dumbest thing they could have done. I mean, if they needed 2 more figures, they could have done a Rip Flag and a Ratcatcher. And that could have rounded out the team. Or a Boomerang or something. But yeah, just to kind of have her absent from here is just very frustrating in my opinion. But anyway, out of the 4 that we do get, Polkadot Man is definitely my favorite. He can look down about that much. About that much. And one thing I do want to say, guys, is if you do have any recommended reading for these figures, let me know. Like, I've been kind of reading the new Suicide Squad with Peacemaker, enjoying it. Read a lot of Harley. All the old stuff's good, new stuff's trash. Love to find some good Bloodsport. Same thing with Polkadot Man. I don't really recall any comics that I've read with him. So if y'all have any recommended reading that you'd like me to review, let me know down in the comments. Now that his head thingy's out of the way, you can spin that much, that way, that way. Upper thigh swivel, just like the other 2 figures. Double jointed elbows. And see, with these type of figures like Peacemaker, Bloodsport, I'm glad that they can have like the bracers or their gloves kind of cover that ball joint, as where Harley's just supposed to be wearing a dress, and they need to figure that out. Hand down, hand up, spinny, spinny. And I'm glad that all all the figures, yeah, we get 1 resting hand on him, but at least they're all open. So, you know, like if you want to get like a gun and a sword, at least these 2 can hold them instead of like having a closed fist hand. I hate when we get weapons with figures and we get closed fists and nothing else. It's like, what the hell were they thinking? You can spend this much, and then just like the other 2, it's from the here, this thing, the waist. Back that much. So good stuff there. Kick out that far. Double jointed knee. Foot can kind of go up that much, that way. Thigh swivel. Pivot there. And he's still stiff after warming him up. Urgh. And then all the way back. Take note there, Hasbro. 90 degrees. So that is that. Paint apps on this guy are great. The face rendition, I can't remember the actor's name. I don't remember that stuff very well. Very well done. The skull cap looks great. The random polka dots all throughout look awesome. Even though this is plastic, it's supposed to look like fabric, they did a really good job of making that look like so. The metal bracers look awesome. Belt's great. Pants look good. And those polka dots just really add to the effect and just make him look crazy as he's supposed to kind of be in a way. Bloodsport, finally. I know that there's a maskless version of both Bloodsport and Peacemaker, and I don't give a shit. I really honestly don't. I would rather just get both heads in one packaging, but have to go out and pay another full price for another figure. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'd rather look online and like on eBay and see if I can find the maskless head loose, and then, is what it is. So, paint app wise, I like that the mask is essentially like a skull, like a half skull. It looks kind of like Alien, where, you get the and then nothing here. So that absence there really adds to the horror. His armor looks awesome. I love that orange all the way through. Teeth, man. The teeth are just creepy, creepy, creepy. But yeah, great stuff. I mean, look at the blues, the oranges, the attention to detail on the back, so it doesn't look like they just like half-assed it. Looks like armor. Same thing. I just wish they would have given us weapon storage. That would have been very helpful. That belt, utility belt, looks awesome. Love the way the orange and the blue effects here go all the way down. That's awesome. 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 Military boots, awesome. Yeah. Everything about the Bloodsport figure, in my opinion, like, so far I've had a lot of fun with him as well. I'm not going to lie. So with that, the articulation, head can go down that much. Head can go up that much. And then like with the rest of them, you get a good range of motion there. Arm go up. 360. Can go up that way. Double jointed elbows. Upper bicep swivel. Again, his ball joint is hidden by his gloves, so we don't get the same problem that Harley has. But can go up, down, all around. And then the same with the articulation, the ab comes from here, but they're not as loosey-goosey as Harley or Peacemaker. Again, when you're warming them up and you're moving them around, just be careful, and you should be okay. You can do the splits. You can kick out that far, and of course the focus decides to go on me. Ratchet joint, just about double joint a knee. Toe pivot as we see. Foot go down. Foot go up. Foot on rocker, like all the others. Foot can go back that much. So yeah, I mean, even though each figure, to a degree, has its flaws, overall, paint apps, you know, decently well done. Articulation, it's there. Harley Quinn, she's the one. Like, these three I'm happy with, but that Quinn, they really could have done a better job. Those ball joints on her hands, it just piss poor. But overall, I do like all 4 figures, and I'll give them that. Overall, I'm not, as I said, I'm not a huge movie figure collector, but these were just too cool to pass up when I saw them. Yes, Harley Quinn is the one that pisses me off the most. I don't know why they decided to put that, you know, ball joint on her hip where she just keeps popping apart. And frickin' Peacemaker has the same one. I haven't had too much trouble with Bloodsport or Polkadot Man. And out of all of them, Polkadot Man is probably my favorite one. I don't know. I just enjoyed the character, and he was obscure enough that you could do something different with. But yeah, this Harley Quinn figure, the ball joints in the wrists, they look absolutely disgusting. And then her articulation is just garbage. Which is disappointing because Harley Quinn's supposed to be the most acrobatic of them all. So you'd think that she'd be bendy like Deadpool or something. But I guess not. It is what it is. Overall, as a whole, I do enjoy this team, and I've always enjoyed every iteration of Suicide Squad that I've ever read. So, there it is. And also, now we have King Shark, which we'll be going over soon. If you guys have enjoyed these figures, please, first and foremost, support your local comic shop and see if anyone has traded these in. If you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy little squad bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys will get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with you all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below or our social media pages, which I'll be sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, photo slideshow coming up next. Hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.